Hello and welcome to Let's Play Endless Space 2 on the Reawakening Update. I am JC Proton and this is Series 9 episode number 35. We are picking up at turn number 75 and we are playing a standard faction of the Sophons on endless difficulty in a normal speed game. On this episode we are going to be invading 4 or 5 star system. We're going to invade Artemis, Sable, Nis. Depending how Sable and Nis go, we might attack Bria. We got a fleet battle happening here at Vale. United Empire has brought up a couple of medium ships to fight with us, looks like. We also have a ground invasion in the system of Pavo. So, yeah, like 4, maybe 5 system invasions. Looks like Lumeris has got some medium ships heading over here to Ares. So, we're gonna probably have a fight there next turn. Also got some more medium ships coming over here from their home system. So looks like we're gonna be throwing down with Lumeris. Fleet battle next turn. Ita looks like we've got some competition here. Lumeris have thrown in a competing outpost here. 60. We could do this outpost action and cause them to lose their little outpost there, but we only have 7 turns left. So 7 times 16 is a little over like around 100, 100 and whatever, 112 maybe. You can see we have this food ship right here. It's 116. So it's going to arrive and the system will be full next turn, and then it'll become a full colony the following turn. So I kind of think what I'm going to do is not do that and allow this to continue to exist, and in 2 turns when this grows into a full colony, that'll already be settled for us. So thank you, Lumeris, for helping us. The only downside there is if Lumeris decides to spend I think they can like do an instant colonization boost or something. I kind of forget. I played them a few series ago, but I've only ever played Lumeris like once. That was the only time I ever played them like for like a full game. So I'm a little fuzzy. The details are starting to fade out on me. Anyway, so all of those things are happening. I have a whole bunch of events happening here, so I want to go ahead and let's just get started here. I want to look at troops. So the Horatio have aerial troops, and infantry are good against aerial troops, but the United Empire do not have aerial troops, and Lumeris does not have aerial troops. So while part of me wants to do some troops that are like part of me wants to go ahead and do a little bit of infantry. We could do it. We can totally afford it. So if we do that, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll just do a little bit. And let's do maybe 30%. Not too much. A little bit, not too much kind of thing. And just enough to help out with the aerial a little bit. You notice that while we're looking at cost of upgrading things, my titanium supply, I've dropped it in half. The way I did that was I designed this titanium storage chip. And it's literally not to ever actually be built. It's just to store a whole bunch of titanium. And so I designed that and then threw it in queue over here at Hakim. And they're down here at the bottom of the build queue. You can see how many there are. They're behind the Planet Cracker Factory lab. That's an infinite improvement. So like they'll never actually be built. It's literally just to store a bunch of titanium, take that off of the inventory supply so that it doesn't cap out, right? I just don't want to hit 999, get rewards, and then realize that that I lost some that I was supposed to get because my inventory was full. So I just did that as a workaround. The resource cap. All right, so let's do this Artemis attack. They have 425 defenders, so I'll be surprised if we actually take the system down. But you know, hey, we'll give it a try. The something I noticed: advanced explosive drones, and it says preemptive bombing set to 2500, rally set to 1850. But so does this. Gravomagnetic plasma envelopes is also preemptive bombing set to 2500 and rally set to 1850. So I don't know if that's like a typo or an accident in the tooltips, or if that's really the case, that either one of these technologies gets you the same advantage on the preemptive bombing. So I'm not sure. I'm going to end up grabbing that tech anyway at some point, just to see, because I am curious, because I really like preemptive bombing, and I think I'm going to check just to see at some point, hopefully this game, to see, because I'm, if it does get better, I want that. All right, so let's go ahead and do this ground attack. Ground attack on Artemis. All these diplomatic talking and stuff. I'm tell you what, man. We're the Mavros, man. We talk with our weapons. That's the negotiating we're doing. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna watch this ground attack, and we'll see how it goes with, now that we've thrown some infantry in here. See if that goes better or worse for us. I mean, they are pretty well upgraded infantry. Protect system, great, he did not draft. Wow, okay, so the infantry took out the air. No, that was the preemptive bombing that took him out. Huh. Yeah, infantry were really ineffective. Interesting. Whew. Yeah, my infantry just about totally got wiped out. They have reduced health. Sophons have reduced health on their infantry, so they're really not very good troops. $45 remaining. Okay, so we will retreat to get manpower back on our fleet. You see, we got 0 out of 1.2 thousand manpower on the fleet, so we will retreat. Something I've noticed, man, is way less population death and improvements destroyed than I'm used to seeing. So this reawakening update has changed it to where you do less damage to the systems when you're doing invasions.
We know not what gain you pay, but we have a proposal.
They want a truce, and they're offering us nothing for it. Yeah, that's a refuse. Okay. So now we have 565. Ooh, we lost a lot of manpower on that attack. Whew. Okay, that was garbage. We're not doing that again. We are done with that. That's a hard no. Okay. Yeah, that was no bueno, was what that was. All right, so from Artemis we move down here. You know what? Okay, so in this fight we have 12 ships. We have 11 command points. I want to do 2 formations of 6 packs plus something down in the bottom lane. And this looks like guns, probably. Lots of guns. And that looks like a lot of guns. So wait. That's gun, no, this is bombers and fighters. Maybe bombers, fighters, and guns that are all kinetic. 523 versus 1548. Okay, so altogether, 2,000, all kinetic. A lot of short range there. Yeah, I want to do 3 lanes. So let's take a couple of ships out of this fleet. Move them over here. Merge those up and then attack. And either he'll fight or he'll retreat. We'll see. And yeah, we're totally going repair and recover now. I love that tactic. I loved it before and now I love it even more. Alright, so let's go 6-pack in the middle lane, 6-pack in the top lane, just 2 in the bottom lane. He's going to be either all in lane 2 or a split between 1 and 2. You have to have 1 in the middle lane. You're committed. So this is how that looks. Looks like we have him about 2.5 to 1 odds power ranking. So looks pretty good. We should do just fine. Hopefully, I think hopefully we'll have enough missiles to get through, and hopefully his fighters and bombers. I think we're going to just tear those apart real quick. It'll be fun to watch. Okay, here we go. All right, he's splitting his fleet across 2 lanes. All right. Not much of our missiles is getting through. Over here, a little bit better, but a lot of missing. And here come his fighters. Looks like fighters or bombers. Alright, let's see how long these dudes last. We're attacking. Okay. Those dudes are toast. Those dudes are toast. Oh no, they're okay. One is down. This one is going down. He went kaboom. Alright, yeah, we've wiped out all of his squadrons. Yeah, he's able to counter most of the missiles now. So we may need to think, and that's only 2 medium ships. It's not, that's 6 command points. I've got like 13 or 14 command points here. So what I'm seeing is I need medium ships in size, because these small ships are not really, we're beating them, but this is 6 command points to 3. 6 command points to 3. Yeah, and they had help from down here too. So he took some pretty good damage. So yeah, seems like the kinetics kind of not so shiny anymore. We could try doing upgrades on the kinetics. Let's see what that would look like. So yeah, infantry is not great. And let's see here. Okay, so our armor, if we upgrade the armor, and upgrade the shields. And then upgrade the missiles. So missiles do like 10 more damage, and they have 30 more hit points. If I was to switch over to beams, 235. So the trade-off basically with going energy is, see, the thing is with kinetics, shields are still effective against missiles. See, shield penetration is 65%. So a third of the damage that this is doing goes away. So from 70, and it's only at long range, that you're at max damage. So a third of the damage fades away by going through the shield, right? Absorbed by the shield, and then you only have 2/3 of that going through. Versus the beam is, I guess, a third, but you totally ignore armor. So your kinetic is being absorbed by the shield and absorbed by the armor. The beam is absorbed by the shield very, very much, but it pretty much ignores hull plating. So, you know, the kinetics are good for taking the shields down. I don't know. It's kind of a trade-off. I would say for sure on a fleet where I have an admiral that increases the amount of energy weapon damage, for sure it's worth building energy ships. So I may do some upgrades. We did succeed in taking that fleet down, so they're not completely worthless. But I'm off camera probably take a look at which admirals have what abilities, and take a look at designing some ships. We've got a lot of upgrades, and this is unlocked now. The Tier 4 military is unlocked. Going to be doing applied cryogenics, so I'm going to be getting medium hunter ships. I already have medium Peta class coordinators, so I'm going to be upgrading both of those. So I'm also going to be getting the upgraded versions of the attackers and the protectors as well. So those will come out really fast, and then I think I want to get the upgraded Peta class and attacker designs so that I can focus on doing a wave of upgraded attackers and new maybe energy attackers, and then do Peta class like defender type shield ships, and then probably upgraded versions of the protectors and the hunters is what I'm looking at doing. Because looking at the Riftborn over here, man, like these dudes right here, 15,000 on their fleet, man. I mean, these things are no joke here. 3,600 attack, right? I mean, those are for real, dudes. So they're far away, but you know, I want to be able to defend myself. I need to be at least somewhat competitive. So right now I'm still kind of outmatching who I'm facing, but it's getting close enough. I don't really want to be. I want to have the advantage. I want to be able to press the advantage. So anyhow, let's do this ground attack at Nis. And yeah, man, we're totally going to do preemptive bombing. Protect system, great. He's not drafting. almost wiped them out. All right, so we've got them down pretty close. 15 troops left. Yeah, we definitely need to start building some ships to assist with these system invasions. So they did a protect system, will retreat. And I was thinking about that. Here's what I want to go with. I'm not going to go with siege ships. And here's the reason why. When you attack a system, then because it's been attacked, you won't take any siege damage. So if I siege a system down and then I do an attack and I decide to pillage it, then because the system has been attacked, and when you pillage it restores to half of its full defense, then the following turn, because you attacked that previous turn, no siege damage happens. Versus if I have a fleet of attackers there, or invader ships, I can just immediately invade the next turn. I think the sequence is the way it's going to roll. I'm going to build some invasion fleets. I'm going to build 3 fleets, one for going against the Horatio, one for going against United Empire, and one for going against Lumeris. And the plan will be, I've been strategizing in my head, is like I'll attack a system, we'll have a big stack of invader ships, and we'll just smash through the defenses. And then we'll immediately, hopefully we'll take it in one turn and then pillage. And that locks that fleet down to no movement. And then the following turn, we'll attack again and take ownership of the system. For example, say at Nis, right? So let's say we would take ownership of Nis. Then that fleet still has all its movement left, so I can fly over to, say, Bria, and then attack there and do a ground invasion, and then pillage it. And when I pillage it, it locks my fleet down again, but it's fine because they already moved, so they're done moving anyway. And so then I could pillage Bria, and then the following turn, I'll attack it a second time, invade, take ownership of it, and then move the fleets over to, say, Birius, and then attack, pillage, get locked down, and rinse and repeat, right? And then the following turn, invade, take ownership of Birius, and then fly over to, whatever, Altair or Hadar or Hydras or whatever, and rinse and repeat, and then another invasion, and then another pillage. And so just pillage the first time, take it down a second time, and take ownership and just roll, right? So if I can get a big enough amount of invader fleets, I can basically be able to take one system every turn on each of these 3 battlefronts, right? So if I'm taking like 3 star systems per turn, it's not going to take very long before I hit 40 systems. Because right now I have 21 under my control, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 outposts. So 9 outposts, when those are established, that gives me 30 colonies. I only need 40 to win. And if I'm going to capture these 2, and if I'm going to capture Artemis and Electra, and Sable and Nis and Bria, that's 5. Plus I'm going to take Pavo, that's 6. And then I'm going to take Giovannis and Essa, and Oyad, and Arcap. That's 40 right there. So I really don't even, I could probably gradually get there without the invasion fleets, but with them, I'll probably end up taking more systems from Lumeris and United Empire and Horatio before even all of those outposts get established. So again, multiple ways to win. So I'm looking at that, and we're, the only thing that's going to slow us down on these invasions is if the fleets are tough enough to challenge us and and keep us from winning. So there is that. But that's why I'm thinking, I want to go ahead and get my fleets ready for the next wave of ships. I'll start building mediums, and they'll be really good mediums. They'll be the upgraded versions of them. So they'll be really fierce, kind of like the way the Lumeris, not Lumeris, like the Riftborn have really ferociously fierce, destructive, powerful ships. So may or may not be able to compare against them, but we'll totally overpower the people we're facing now. So that's my plan, man. We're gonna stomp them. So let's see here. Let's move all our fleets. Let's get on location here at Sable, and it looks like we're gonna take Sable down. So, let's put you into the Pierce fleet. Let's explore this. Ground battle remains. Cool, 500 Empire Science, nice. Let's see what the math was on that fight. Forgot to check that earlier. Okay, without missed shots. Ooh, I'm losing my voice. Alright. Less talk, more action, right? 23,000, 8,000. So we took 5,500. And it was all guns. Alright. Let's... Oh yeah, Bastion. Can't attack with the Bastion in the fleet. Now we can. Okay. Sable. Okay. And preemptive bombing. Draft. I think we'll still win. It'll be close. Or maybe not. Okay, cool. Pillage. 757, 13 titanium, 4.8 hyperium, 2.1 adamantium, 8.8 antimatter. I think let's pillage. Okay, so Sable's at 300 defenders. Probably should have moved that outpost ship, the Overwatch. Probably should have moved him on up here to Bria, but that's okay. Okay, is this locked down? No. And this fleet's not locked down, so we can actually go after Bria. See if anything jumps out. No? Aha, yep. Can we attack? No, we cannot attack from there. These guys have an action point, though. So they're going to come over and attack. Okay. And we're going to need to put somebody guarding this so he doesn't replenish his troops. Tricky. Okay. Repair and recover. I'm sure he's going to retreat. He's armed with what? Energy. Lasers and beams. Okay, that works. I'm sure he's going to retreat. We have him outgunned by a lot. All right, let's see. Oh, he's fighting. Nice. Wow, he's using collateral damage? That's a really weak tactic. We're going to take almost no damage. Yeah, we're going to take almost no damage. And he has no defense. He has no point defense against our missiles. We're going to eat his lunch, man. This is going to be good. It's going to be a short fight. Smash. 2 volleys. He's probably done. No? Shields are down, though. Here we go. Third volley. It's a wrap. Okay, let's invade Bria. Yeah, 56 damage taken. Yeah, that collateral damage tactic, worthless. Worthless, man. Yeah, I don't see where it's gonna ever be useful. I think maybe they need to, Amplitude may need to tweak that a little bit, make it better. All right, ground battle. I don't think we're going to be taking the system, but we'll at least soften them up. Okay. And we will retreat off the system. Ground battle remains. Apologies again for my voice. I've still got whatever creeping crud's going on. $15 antimatter. Nice. That's good. We need a lot of antimatter. Okay, so we're going to keep 1 fleet here and 1 fleet at Nis. See, 960 troops, 682. Nis is at 3%. So we only need a small force over at Nis. All right, 13 ships here, 14 ships here. That's good. All right, cool. So we were able to attack 3 systems of United Empire and 1 over here at Horatio. All right, cool. All right, let's figure out how we're going to attack over here at Pavo. Yeah, I think we'll just move over here. We'll invade it. We'll take ownership. Maybe leave a token garrison of like 1 ship. Incidentally, the food ship that was heading over here, I guess, was heading to Erie, and when that outpost went away, then that food ship disappeared. So we did not get to catch and blow it up. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and attack here at... Let's attack here at Pavo. E34, so we're probably, yeah, we're going to capture this. He's drafting. We're still going to capture it, I think. Cool. We win. Winning is fun. Yeah, totally not worth pillaging. We're totally going to occupy. So Pavo is ours. More ground battle remains. Whew, 750 dust. Thank you. I can put that to work. Man, my economy, I'm losing 2,900 dust per turn. Admiral Shield Pierce leveled up. Shield capacity on fleet. So 10% extra hull plating penetration or 25% more shield capacity. Alright, I'd say let's take the shield capacity. So it's even harder to take our shields down. Yep. Cool. Alright, let's look at these messages. Yeah, let's drop one dude out. Leave him guarding. Alright, we're guarding at Airy, and we're going to give these incoming Lumeris fleets a warm welcome when they arrive. As in hot explosive missile attack. Alright, so let's look through here. What do we got? Construct 4 new military ships. Funny, I didn't construct any military ships. See? I did Q. Okay, so I put military ships in Q down here. So I guess that's another one of those little secret asterisks, is that you don't actually have to build, you don't have to actually construct 4 new military ships. You only have to put them in the build queue somewhere, apparently. So that's like either a bug or a teeny tiny exploit or just a incorrect tooltip or statement or whatever. Anyway, objective is achieved, and we now have access to Sophonic Rampart, which is a system improvement for defense everywhere. We can put that everywhere. We have to build it. So how does it compare? So these are 320, and you get 250 capacity. This is 280, and you get 150 capacity. Sophonic Rampart is 560, and you only get 175 capacity. So it's more expensive and less good than these other system defense things, but like it costs more than these, but it's only slightly better than this. So, but hey, it's something. It's still another defense thing, and it pairs up with sim camps, so all good. Let's see, we got population boost ended for amoebas. And Tikkanon and Sowers. Okay, I'll boost those off camera with the spaceport trick. No big deal. Caltigma and Sowers. So the Sowers are enthralled by the Vodyani. Caltigma. I could assist them. Stalwart Stoics, not really worth doing. Nah. Riftborn already. Riftborn will probably get him anyway, so whatever. Not worried about it. This system, I would like to get a hero on here. 99%. Alright, so I guess we'll probably get a hero next turn. There is this one in the marketplace, so I might hire that one. Just a little bit of population growing. Our populations aren't growing very much right now because we have so many outposts that we're feeding. We're just, everything that produces much food is shipping the food over to the outpost. So we don't really have much population growth right now. Once we're done with our outpost colonizations, then that'll boost back up again. Governor. It's approval. That's approval. On AG. One, two, three. So that's 10 approval. That would be 15 approval. So I'll take that one. Unless, industry. There's one hot, so that's 20 industry. I'll take the 20 industry. Okay. You can see we've queued up some ultra wealth sanctuaries in the systems where we have the most jade onyx. We're producing 75 jade onyx per turn now, 51 super spuds, about 20 hydromiel, and almost 15 mercurite per turn. So I can do a level 3 modernization. And I think I really want to get, since this is going to be a trade subsidiary here, I really want to get this industry increased. So I want to get a hero here, and I want to build modernization. So I think I'll get that started. I could wait one turn to get this one. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get it started now. So that'll increase his industry. Military 4. Deed, breaker of planets. Be the first to destroy 4 planets with a core cracker, and you get Annihilator Beam. The Annihilator Beam fires once per phase, and it does almost 4,000 damage, and is a plus 50 increased chance to be targeted. So whatever ship is armed with that is 100% going to be attacked by everybody. Interesting. It's kind of expensive to build 10 adamantium and 10 antimatter. and 1,000 industry just for that weapon module. Imagine that on a carrier class ship. That'd be times 4 on a big weapon mount. That's pretty steep. But I mean, the damage would be 16, almost 16,000 damage. That would be like one shot kill. And then imagine if you put that. Okay, so maybe that with. It would be interesting to see how that would play out if you do that. The other battle tactic that spreads the attack across everybody in the flotilla. Maybe you could wipe out an entire flotilla in one shot that way. It'd be interesting to try. I like that Amplitude added all this stuff in to. It gives you some options, right? You can creatively come up with some cool strategies. Hopefully, new battle tactics. Cool. I got another slot. So maybe I'll be able to figure out something to put in there. I'm thinking it might end up being full reserves. Yeah, it could end up being full reserves. That's another battle tactic I really like. Not sure how much of a attack penalty you get on that or whatever. It'll be interesting to see. We'll find out hopefully. Alright, so we got hardened alloys, which gives us rugged fleets. So that's 3 more command points, 100 manpower deployment limit increase, and heavy bomber, strike fighter, and a basic railgun. Okay, probably not going to use any of those. I'll just use the rugged fleets. See, railguns. I'm curious. So they have a DPS modifier against larger ships. That's interesting. Ignore shields and hull plating. And its short range is optimal 200% damage. Wow. So at point blank range, it's really effective. Wow, interesting. Well, like you could see how if you did that with this battle tactic Berserker, right? That would be really good. Team Spirit could be really good. There we go. Evasive maneuvers. If I remember right, evasive maneuvers is like plus some crazy number, like 50% dodge chance at long range and plus 25% dodge chance at medium range, something like that. So it's like, even if you start at long range, your enemies are not going to really hit you very much, and you end up getting into short range, and then you just smash their faces, right? So that might be something where, like, that would be pretty effective to use with railguns. So interesting, cool to have options. All right, let's see. What do we have left to do this turn? Okay, this guy is on location. We'll send out a probe, just kind of taking a look around. But we have a pretty good idea of what's going on here with the Riftborn. They've got some good ships. And what else we got? This Overwatch, okay. Yeah, he's heading over there. He's heading over there. Probably going to go up to Artemis. All right, I'm going to look around, see if there's anything I'm forgetting here. All right, so after thinking it over, I've decided I do want to hire this hero. Partially because I want to use him as a governor, and partially because I don't want somebody else to get him. So I cannot afford to hire him yet. I need 15,000 dust, and then I'm also at a negative almost 3,000. So I need to have 18,000 dust total. So I need to raise 8,000 dust here. So I think the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to sell some resources. I think I'll do my strategic resources. So what I'll do is I'll go to Hakim here, I'm going to just cancel some of these titanium storage ships. So then let's sell some resources. So I need roughly, let's say 4,000 out of the Hyperium. And about 4,000 titanium. And it brought the price on them down a little bit, but you know, not too bad, not too terribly bad. It didn't crash them that hard, so that's good. All right, man, let's do it. Let's get this hero. All right, and I have just enough. Let's sell a little bit more just to make sure. I just want to make sure we don't come up a little bit short. All right, so this guy's level 3. So his abilities, 10% fleet health, plus 10 approval per system level. So if I get that to a level 4 system, that's pretty good. So he as a primitive, he's a really good governor. He's really good on food and industry typically. Extra defense capacity, which with SimCamp, that's more industry. And then on Senate, let's see, he is ecologist. So I don't think they're ever going to be running our government, but let's see, industry on hot, industry on system. Yeah, they're really good fleet commanders as well. They're really good fleet commanders, but I'm going to use them as a governor. I think I have enough fleet commanders at this point. I think. So yeah, let's put him on Vale. And of course, Vale's morale is mutinous because it's recently captured from the United Empire. And we'll put him on system. Okay. Okay, let's see. So there's like 13 population. So that's 26 food, 26 industry, right? Or 10 per hot. There's 2 hot and another 10, so or 30. I'll take 13. I'm going to be losing some populations here, but that's 26 food and 26 industry. That's a lot like 30 industry, except this would only give 10, 20, 30 industry. So yeah, better to go with food and industry. And more food helps us not starve as fast. Still in 3, but you know, you do what you can. Yeah, 26 and 26 here. The other option would only been 30 industries, so it's a better choice. Cool. And we have enough money that will be solvent to carry us through to the next turn. And I'll go ahead, I'm just going to go ahead and move this Overwatch ship over here. They'll just both fly over to Iris, and then one of them, we'll just have one of them go from Iris to the other Iris, and then we'll have this one go from this Iris over to PSR. So this ship will end up over here at PSR. And this ship will end up over here at GNY. I think we're good at this point to move these fleets to DB. I'm taking a little bit of a chance here that a fleet might pop out of Sable and come over here to DA, but if that happens, I've got enough hero admirals here to deal with that situation, so I think it'll be okay. I want to eventually get see, I've got, these two Overwatch ships are going to come up here, and then these military guys are going to join up with this fleet Admiral Lightning, who's really, really fast, and he's got a lot of the he's got some of the old school ships anyway that are, you know, less cool. So yeah, he's got a little bit of the old stuff. We'll just go ahead and stack the rest of the old stuff in there with him. At least the stuff that's in that area. Okay, and then we got an update here on our solo quest. So our the follow-up to the Sophonic Rampart solo quest, our faction quest line is chapter now 3, the Mavros, and it's talking here about who are these Mavros and where did they come from, and you know, that kind of stuff. So the options here are to tolerate, which is the military option, and it raise your empire manpower to 7420. We're already above that because we captured more systems and stuff. So we're actually gonna, if we choose that one, we automatically are gonna succeed next turn. And if we get that, it gets Thermal Sink Architecture Act, which is an independent law. Gives us plus 100% industry on hot planets. So hot planets are going to be amazing. So we're definitely going to not terraform hot planets into temperate planets. We'll definitely stop at jungle. Okay, cool. The further proof science makes things better. These advanced building materials turn atmospheric heat into energy. Not only does it make factories faster and cheaper, it can be used to cool the workers, which makes them faster as well. All right, well, that seems like a law that we're going to be running. The other options is something for science, which is super cold conductors, which is a bonus on science on cold planets, or Mistralian Dust Trap Declaration. So a pacifist option gives you 100% dust increase on sterile planets. Okay. Raise the Mavros population to 20. Huh. See, explore and reveal 75% of the galaxy. So I would automatically win that one too. We're definitely taking the Tolerate military option, and we're going to get Thermal Sink Architecture Act. Yeah, we're going to be passing that law. Cool. Great. I can't wait. All right, well, I think that's everything for this turn. We will see you guys in the next video. Thanks, everyone, for watching.